Frankie Russo's early childhood was about as idyllic as one's can be. His parents had a lucrative retail clothing business, and he and his family wanted for nothing.
I originally grew up in South Louisiana, and both my parents were in fashion. And it wasn't until I was 5 or 6 years old that we ended up moving to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. My parents spent the years up in Pennsylvania learning how to operate and open homeless shelters. We then moved back while I was still in grade school and opened Lafayette's first day shelter.
The lifestyle change impacted them immensely, especially in regards to finances, and his family often struggled. But it instilled in Frankie both a sense of responsibility to help others and a drive to provide for himself.
There was a project in high school where the English teacher said that if we show up in a t-shirt with a picture of Gandhi on it and one of his quotes, that everybody would get extra points. So I took it upon myself to create t-shirts. I marked them up 40% and sold them to everyone in the class.
Frankie had the entrepreneurial bug, and he soon became a waiter at a local restaurant. Where many looked at this as just another job, Frankie saw it as much more.
One of the things I think many people take for granted is how much value there is in learning how to be a good waiter or waitress. I used to joke and say that everything you need to know to be a millionaire you can learn in a restaurant. And that's because, for one, when you show up at a restaurant and you're a waiter, you're not guaranteed to get paid. So you can't just show up and get paid. The other big thing is that you're always delivering somebody else's product. So you're always at the mercy of somebody else's product. And for the most part, startup millionaires don't have a product. They've got to resell something until they can make their own, or they've got to offer a service around some other product. So you're learning that was really important for me.
Frankie stood out from the others, and it wasn't long before a customer was offering him what seemed to be the chance of a lifetime.
At 20 years old, I had a mortgage broker tap me and ask me to come work for her. And it really opened up a whole new opportunity for me while I was still in college.
Frankie took to the mortgage business like the proverbial fish to water and experienced almost instantaneous success.
Once I got into mortgages and real estate, that was when things started to change for me. I was giving people what they wanted with houses, and I was making tons of money. And at the time, I was very young, and my focus was all about money. And one of the reasons was because I didn't have money as a child, and I never wanted to live like that. So I overcompensated and kind of raged on this whole mortgage deal and thought, wow, everything I'm gonna do is gonna be successful.
Easy money, fast cars, parties every night. And then 2008 saw the mortgage crisis that Frankie and so many others never anticipated. As quickly as success had come along, it was taken away.
The easy party times were over, and I had made a lot of easy money. It's difficult to come back from that.
His mortgage business closed, his employees let go, his new marriage ending. Frankie decided he needed to get sober and focus on what he still had.
About a year before the mortgage crisis hit in 2007, I started a small little company called Potenza. And Potenza was designed to just be a little project for my younger brother, Giorgio.
When I was in college, the general consensus that was told to us was that there's no jobs down here, get out of town. And I never really bought into that, almost naively thinking that, okay, I'll just start my own company.
I had done one thing really well, and that was make people believe that I had a great company. So that's when I decided to start a make-believe company. And we were gonna make people believe in our company, and then we were gonna make the community believe in our clients' brands.
So Frankie threw everything he had into Potenza, quite literally.
To keep the doors open at Potenza, I had to make a lot of changes. Selling my sports car and taking a massive pay cut was part of it. And I had to do that because I knew I could not do Potenza alone. I had to create jobs and salaries. There were moments almost every week where I didn't think we were gonna make it.
He and his brother would grow slowly, focusing on the needs of one client at a time.
We did it one client at a time. What we focused on was whatever the client that we found needed. It allowed for us to have a niche automatically because we saw opportunities to fill holes with things like video production or digital advertising that normal agencies were either outsourcing or not getting into.
And that focus paid off. For the last 5 years, they have made Inc. 5000's list of the fastest growing companies in America. From a software company, a record label, a small business startup fund, and even writing a book. For Frankie Russo, the sky may not even be the limit.
Do something that has purpose. Do something that is in and of itself going to help the people that you're serving. Because ultimately, profits will follow passion and purpose.